Okay, Luvbugs. Happy Sunday. We are headed to Bulwinkles. This is where we celebrated my cousin Josiah's birthday, his 13th birthday last month. My kids loved it so much that we're back again. And this is me. I just filmed this video, this hair tutorial for Eunice. It took me literally like 15 minutes. The only thing I did not get was my pictures. They look lopsided. I didn't get pictures, so I was trying to get them in the car, and I don't know how to work the camera settings on this new phone because it does this thing where it like makes you hold for 3 seconds, and the hold for 3 seconds makes it blurry. So we are trying to figure it out.
What size is my shoes?
A 12 kids. You're 12 and you're 4.5. Okay. Shoes. And I bought some socks. You guys know I got that ALO stand. So I got my ALO socks. But I switched to the leggings. So I have the leggings and the sweatshirt on instead of the whole set. You're gonna have a seat over there, okay? You got your socks on? Too big? Or is it too big? Too tight? Okay.
No, it's not. You got Dominic, you got to roll it hard. I think you're a professional.
I gotta get a strike.
Diamond.
Yes.
If you don't get a strike with training wheels, if you don't get a strike with, you got training wheels?
No, I
Y'all gotta push more power. He was practicing. What was that?
I figured it out.
Sit it down first. Wait, sit it down. And now push hard as you can. Trying to pull it a little bit. Come on, Cuddy. Come on, Cuddy. Come on, Cuddy. Come on, Cuddy. Diamond, don't drop it. You gotta let it roll. Watch Patty. She's gonna lead out everybody right now. Don't throw it in the air. Oh, you did better than Diamond. You can't be a sore loser.
How do I zoom in? How do I zoom in? How do I zoom in?
Huh?
How do I zoom in?
When it's face detection, it don't let. got me to say something about times. I just about times. So first, right now I am in like 4th or 5th place.
Literally, what do you mean? You got 2 sets of training wheels on, mate? What do you mean? Like, what do you mean 2 training wheels?
I mean, you're not that far ahead of them.
So, we're at Bulwinkles, bowling, and it's very fun. And yeah, if y'all try it, just know it's really fun. This is what it looks like.
You see Daddy slid a little bit? How you do that with hers? Did you use the bumper, babe? It bumped? Okay.
So, yeah, that's what it looks like.
Ooh, the lady finally losing a nail. She done lost 2 nails.
But I still got like 10 more batches.
Absolutely
I
not.
think I got like 15.
No. Like barbecue more too? Good. Do a big backhand.
What's on top of that?
I know I do want it to a montage.
Boot it up. Yeah, we back online.
Screenshot whatever you need to do. I shoot in 4K at 30 frames per second. You're gonna see options for 60 or 120 if you have the 16 or 17 Pro Max, but I'm telling you, I have tried it, and 30 frames per second is that girl.
Oh, she's cute.
Yeah. Mommy, what's that?
It's a dragon tree.
So, Mom got this dragon fruit thing. Dominic got her strawberry lemonade, and I got mine Sprite. Can kids have it? So we went bowling, and look what mine is. 2 came off. 2 came off. Hi guys, so we got my current lemonade. Bowling was actually really fun, and I give it a 10 out of 8. It was good. I liked it.
Is it good?
Right here.
You're gonna watch you eat? I got nachos. Mommy got nachos. Daddy got jambalaya extra sauce.
So we're sharing nachos. Like my roast.
Yes it is. Yes it is. I did.
Hi, beautiful people. I'm watching some stuff. I got something in my ears, but happy Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve.
Oh, it's not Christmas Eve, huh? It's New Year's Eve. Happy New Year's Eve, Luvbugs. I switched to my Fendi earrings yesterday. I don't know if I came on camera because yesterday was a very heavy day. Lost my cousin, one of my eldest cousins. Rest in peace to him. Won't say the whole thing, but I don't even think I told my kids, but yeah, one of my cousins passed away. His mother passed away about a year and a half ago. Like, yeah, so losing him is definitely tough, but I don't know the whole ins and outs. It's kind of like, you know, since the matriarch of their part of the family is gone, it's kind of like hard to get communication and understanding of what is going on. So we are wishing them our condolences and trying to get, like, not answers or to be nosy, but more so to see how we can be there to support, whether it be, you know, will we be coming together for a funeral and all of those things, because you guys know I'm a family of 5. So if there is anything going on where I need to be there, I most certainly will be there. But it's a matter of, do I go to represent for my household? Do I take Papa so that he can be with some of the boy cousins? Do I take all of the kids? But I'm not taking all the kids without my husband. So are we going as a family of 5, or am I just gonna in and out? It is Christmas Eve, so
New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve. So today is going to be, I'm about to go ahead and get some work done really quickly. It's very gloomy out. It's kind of rainy, so it feels like nighttime, but my husband and my son went to the store. I told you guys I don't like Costco. I don't like the crowds. I don't like none of that. So my husband does, and so that's kind of a balance of our marriage, is he will go to Costco and all of those things. So he is doing that. Papa is helping them. I made the list, connected to the group. I actually made a gumbo list, ingredient list, a chili ingredient list, a regular chili, white chicken chili, banana pudding. I just literally sat here for like an hour and put together, I think, 4 or 5 ingredient lists, because those are things that, like, they ask for. So kind of like if they go to the store, we already have the ingredient part saved for them to help me grab what we need. And I think I'm gonna continue that for 2025, where we'll just have different like recipes and stuff like that they can, if they want to, if I know something that they like, we can reference that for the store runs, just to make it easier. I did go through and package up some orders I'm gonna try and drop off. I gotta double check and make sure that the post office is not gonna be closing early today, and I'm gonna try and get those out before the new year. I'm about to do my makeup because I have 2 videos that I really wanted to film, but more than all that, I'm also doing gumbo tonight. But again, I'm gonna try and work really quickly before I do the gumbo, because gotta bring in the new year, paying some bills. Anyways, I'm transferring into my little purse today. My kids don't really like it. I'm used to having more like va-va-voom purses, and so this is very subtle for me, but I really like it, especially with my little Mrs. Lions, my little lion friend. So the tree's coming down tonight. All the sheets are getting changed. All the bedding is getting changed today. Gonna do all the things. What are some old wives' tales, or some like superstitions, I think that's a better word, that you guys follow for the new year? Like, do you guys do black-eyed peas? I don't think my mom ever did it. If she do, or if she did, I probably was too young to remember. I've never done it. I probably need all the superstitions. The grapes under the table. What is it, 12 grapes at midnight? I did put some grapes under the on the Christmas, on the ingredient list, or the grocery list for today, because we need some good luck and some good fortune for 2026. And so anyways, I'm about to do my makeup really quickly. I thought I was going to film it for you guys, but I think I'm gonna do a dedicated tutorial to that, and I will bring you guys back in for the gumbo recipe. I think that'll be good. Also, Vlogmas is over. I still have to edit all the footage that is still on my camera from like Christmas Day. I think Christmas Eve and Christmas Day is one vlog, and then like the weekend after Christmas So that's like 2 or 3 more vlogs that I owe you guys from Vlogmas. Proud of myself because I definitely went further than I have, I think, ever, or at least in a while. So I am super proud of that. It's been a heavy week, so I wanted to do a lot of things with the kids and finish Vlogmas strong, especially because they're home, or they homeschool, so they're always home, but you know, we don't have school or routine to follow, and we haven't been going to dance, but just a lot of family drama. You guys know I don't do drama, but
yeah, we're gonna get kicked off the competition team.
anyways, I will be back and we will probably make the gumbo together. I also wanted to make a banana pudding, so I sent the recipe for that, and some apple cider and some grapes. So I'm thinking we'll cuddle around the
partner's not going to dance either.
We'll cuddle around the, I think it's probably closed for Christmas, I mean New Year's Eve.
It is.
Yeah, so let me go ahead and get to it because I want to do a movie night and just cuddle up and love on my babies tonight. So let me get the work done first. I don't think I showed you guys these, but my husband gifted me these yesterday, and they're Crocs. You guys know I got the velvet Crocs. I never even, you know, I love a good fur, a little texture, but this is actually Crocs, and so he gave me these yesterday, which is really, really, really cute. I'm trying to decide, do I want to keep them as in-house slippers where they don't leave the house, but they're so cute. I feel like I'm going to want to, but if I do, then I need to purchase myself a pair of slippers that don't leave the house, because I am a slipper girl. I don't necessarily like socks, because socks make the top of my foot itch for some reason, but I always have to have slippers on. Like, I'm sitting down right now doing nothing. I'm in my little Skims jammy set, wearing it for the first time from YouTube. Super nice and cozy. And then I got my slippers on and my blanket on, and it's not even cold in here. I just like to be like hot and stuffy, if you will. I think somebody got me this for Christmas. I think it was my brother-in-law and his significant other, and they also got me this Charlotte Tilbury set. I also got like candles, this little pouch. Everything in here is like all the stuff that I still have from the YouTube unboxing, like all the skincare. The advent calendars had the pill pads in them, and the girls gave them to me. But this is cute. It's like the little, you know how the girls do the skincare with the pump. I purchased the girls that many of times, and now I have my own to try. So this also was a gift, and this one is going to stay on the homeschool table because I like my kids to wear a lip mask day and night, and so I like to keep one like central. So this was bought by their aunt, so I'm going to keep it on the table so that my kids don't have no chapped lips. But yeah, I'm excited to try these right here. I've seen these in the store before, but you guys know my creature habit. I stick to my everyday brushes, so maybe we should try these today. Also, this is Charlotte Tilbury. You guys know my skin has come a long, well, you don't know my skin come a long way, but it has, and I really like where it's at right now. But this is a Magic Hydrating Revival Cleanser, a cream, and I think this is the cream that I've heard lots of things. So this feels like something I would use for nighttime, because I like the idea of doing like a skincare routine and doing like a heavier cream, since I do have drier skin during the colder months, and then during the day kind of just doing water and no cream, or like a water cream, or even just like my Mario Bedeck facial spray. Let's get a screenshot. I'll be forgetting that, like the thumbnail. The thumbnail really don't be having no, or when I edit for you guys, I never really have good pictures for the thumbnail. So I gotta be mindful about that. So this is what they look like. They're white, really cute. I think these are perfect to make a set for like travel, or I'm trying to build my car. You okay? my car set. So I think I'm going to use this bag for like my car makeup. And then add these pouches. Or I could even like take everything out of this and use this for my car makeup. I probably will use this because it's Charlotte Tilbury. But I probably will use this for my car makeup. And then we should be good to go. So this one I'm going to use for foundation because I like these type of brushes. This is a powder brush. I'm probably going to use this one for under eye. This one is more of a bronzer, so this one's more of a bronzer, so I'll probably use this one for that. And then I'm going to use this one for my concealer. And then this one here I'm probably going to use for all over powder. We'll see. Hi, buddy. We like you. I am going to start teaching them how to do their makeup so that when comp comes around, we'll let to see Cody do her own makeup for comp as an 8-year-old athlete. Wouldn't that be so cool? I also have this one here, which is a travel set. This will be really cute. So you see how this is like rose gold and those brown tones. If I take everything out of this, careful, Dami.
Huh? That's Coco's phone.
Oh. So like I still have this set to the side, but how would this be as like a car? It'll force me to keep everything clean. But like all these brushes have like a little compact, so that'll go in there. It's like the same color and vibe. And then I'll do a foundation, a powder, highlight, my little minis of everything. I think that'll be really cute. So we're gonna go. I think I got a gift card, so I'm gonna go and get everything for that. Maybe tomorrow or no. So you guys are sitting on my countertop. I'll be showing you guys the nails that I had. I didn't realize I had a whole nother. Well, I mean, like I knew, but I think I forgot. This also came from Shein, and these I had gotten a size small. Look at how beautiful this one is. This is the one I want to be like my New Year's set, just because it represents my personality. I feel like I love a good pop out. I'm not a neutral girl by any means. I got this set, and I thought I had got some toes. You guys know I did my toes last week for my auntie's birthday, like 2 weeks ago, and I thought I had picked the ones that matched. But apparently I didn't, because you see how this one has like the, what is it, banana? Not the banana, the butterfly, the ladybug, and the flower on it. And with the yellow, I thought I had picked the same in the toes here. So this one does have a flower the same, but they're different colors. And so, and then it does have the yellow French tip. So it kind of is similar in that it has that yellow, really pale yellow French tip. And then it both has the flower, but they're not like a set way I think I thought on the site. So they're still cute. They still go. I think I'm going to save this for like a spring look. Back in October when I did the YouTube summer house or holiday house event, I used 2 of these or maybe 3 of these and I mixed the sets. So I still have these left, and I'm going to mix these with maybe some others to refill the set, because that chartreuse is like one of my favorite colors. These are like duck. I've never done like that duck flare out, and so I wanted to just try it one time. And with these, I think I got majority of these in a size small, because of my first batch I thought I was like a medium or a large, because I don't know how to measure it, but I feel like these will fit better. Super fun. Like, this is my vibe. I'm not really the aesthetic girl. And then I really loved these because I feel like I can buy myself a bottle of that it's not Classy Azul. What is this one? Not Don Julio. Is it Don Julio? Classy Azul. You know what I'm talking about. I just drew a blank. But this on a vacation with that bottle, and I've seen the dresses, like the Zimmerman like dupe type of dresses that have that same look. Very much a vibe, a vacation look. These I wanted to try. They're kind of like plain for me, but I guess more classy. It just depends on how it looks against my skin tone and my nail bed. But they just give more of a pinky, nude, calm vibe. And they have like a little design in stone. Again, very classy. This is what I would wear for like an event where I just wanted to give like classy, but just not the traditional French tip. These right here are very much a vibe. This gives I'm going to a concert, and so do these. Again, this right here is not my element. I don't do the whole like square long. So I would even be scared. Like, I kind of almost would hope that these would come off quick. And then I feel like these also would snag everything. But again, like for a look, too cheap. And then again, these two are also my vibe. So very, 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 very fun. You're very, very much like tropical vacation, Miami. So I wanted to do my nails like right now while I'm sitting here. But I realized I need to take the girl's hair down, wash, deep condition. And that's kind of what I want to do tonight, is just take the braids out, wash it, deep condition, and let the deep condition set overnight. So that tomorrow we can do some braids. And I'm probably going to do them one day at a time. So maybe I'll do Dakota's first tomorrow. And then Saturday or Friday I'll do Dominic's. But something that can last 3 weeks until their next performance. But anyways, let's pull out the makeup. Today's going to give a little bit more of a boring-esque vlog. I also got this from Amazon. I think I had seen it on TikTok like a year ago or like last summer. And a lot of times when I see something on TikTok shop, if it's available on Amazon Prime, I just will buy it from, I'll try to find it on Prime, because you guys know TikTok shop, I bought some shoes from there and never received them. I had to go through my bank to get my money back because the website was down. Like the website was completely gone. And then I'm just a Prime girl, so that is that. Okay, so for the vibes and the details, these are my two favorite primers. Also finally put some alcohol, and this is 70% in this one. The lid is in there, so I gotta put it on. So this is my Milk of Magnesia. This is alcohol, and I have another one of these. I think I'm gonna put alcohol in that one too. And I gotta put the labels and write on it, because this is what gets stains out of everything. Little dance mom hack. So when you have stains and you think it's no way it's gonna get out, that is what works. Because I typically will wear my makeup, like I'll put on makeup now, it'll be like 10, 11 in the daytime, and then I'll like decide to film again and it'll be 10, 11 at night. So I typically will just keep my makeup on all day. So for that reason, I have been trying to do a better job at priming. So the e.l.f., the black one, is my favorite over the, is it blue or is it green or is it translucent? This is my Milk of Magnesia. Looks like I need to refill it. Now, I used to do this in a brush, but lately I have been just spraying it directly into my hand and just patting it into place. And then typically I'll let that dry or set. Don't have anything to wipe my hands down with. I'm gonna use a net to kind of like catch some of that. Okay, so let's get into it, and we're gonna try to just use these brushes. I'll use a sponge as if needed, and then maybe tomorrow we'll try this one, because I want to start doing like different little makeup and beauty things with you guys in these videos, but not always doing the same thing. And so since my actual routine doesn't change much, I would rather add something new in each time. So this here is the M106. Why are you opening that door, girls? The boys here? Okay, keep the door closed, okay? Okay, well, this is my favorite brush to use. You guys know I typically use the e.l.f. brush. Okay, so this has been my favorite brush to use. This piece here is what I use. Now, was this my favorite? No. I feel like my payoff, if you will, on this one is better than this one, but also it's because I'm biased to this one. So I think you got to give things a chance, because a lot of the times in your initial review, you'd be like, no, mine's is already better. And you kind of got to just let it cook. So I'm going to go with the darkest shade here, and this is Caramel. And again, we're going to start doing some fun get ready with me stuff, fashion stuff, makeup stuff, all kind of beauty stuff, even when it comes to the girls, my son. I have a sewing machine and a Cricut machine in my cart, and I think those are the things I'm going to treat myself to in January. So usually I'll put some here, but because I'm doing hair tutorials, I go minimal with what I put on the forehead. And I should probably have a headband on so you guys don't have to see me looking all crusty. But can you give me Daddy's fan right there, please? My husband and my son are doing the gumbo. And because it's in the family group, you can see right here, it's shared with the whole family. Thank you, baby. And because it's shared with the whole family, I can see them shop. So they literally got everything except for the crab and the grapes. I'm cool without the crab. I put optional for the crab just because I like to have it in there for the flavor, and I like the crab. Oh, you can see. Like, you can see when you push it to the side, it's my hubby actually going in and checking things off. And you can see like when Diamond checks things off. So that's cool. So it looks like we're gonna just do the gumbo today. I wanted to do a dessert, so maybe later I'll go back out. Because like I said, my husband will do the Costco stuff and then I'll do the grocery store. I'm a Trader Joe's kind of girl. I'm a Target girl. Oh, I actually wanted to go to Sprouts. I discovered these little fans over the summer. I have mine to nail polish at the bottom so mine don't get mixed in, but this is my husband's. And these things work like a dream.
Like a dreamy dream.
Like when you're really out, like when it's summertime, oh my God, it's really like an air conditioner. This one here is the M131 and it's a concealer brush. It's a lot more fluffy than dense, I think. So let's try it. I like it. For me, I think the key to concealer a lot of the times is kind of letting it set a little bit so it doesn't move, and that's how you get the payoff you want. So this brush I actually really like so far. I hate when I have like peeling or dead skin around the nose. It definitely gives booger playing peekaboo. I like when my concealer, especially like on my nose and stuff, when you try to move it and it just doesn't slip and slide around, like it actually stays and you gotta kind of mold it where you want it to go. And what's great about that is I didn't put any on my head or my forehead rather, so I like to kind of like move a little the excess up so we still get that highlighted effect, but again I try to go less dramatic on the forehead because I think I have one YouTube tutorial, but I think I showed you guys like a couple weeks ago during recital. Lamoda has sent me one to do a short with, and then also Jaleesa sent me one for a short, I believe, and there's one more company that sent me one for a short. So I mean, the best case scenario today is I can do the long form content one and the 2 shorts and make gumbo and wash and change everybody's bedding and take down a Christmas tree and put all this stuff away and go to the post office and make some banana pudding or some kind of dessert and go under the table at midnight and do my 12 grapes and watch a movie. But typically that's how my days go, where it's like an impossible amount of things to do. So 2026, I just want to make sure that I'm not putting too much on my plate like I have in the past. Like I don't really want to be, I want to be Superwoman for my kids, but I don't want to be on the strongest soldier list this year, this coming year. Cody, you call mommy? You call mommy? She did. You talking about an old one? Oh my gosh, she used 2 glues? What are some of your resolutions and goals? I've kind of thought about it, and I was gonna do like a little vision board party with my kids. I don't quite know if they're at that age where I think it still would have been fun regardless, but to make a vision board, and maybe we could still do it tomorrow for day 1 for New Year's. But this year is a 1 year, and I've been seeing things with astrology where it says that I'm coming out of, as a Virgo, a 14-year block, basically. And I don't know how to explain it in words the way it was explained or the way I've seen it iterated, but essentially in the last 14 years it kind of is like you basically have been not yourself in a way. Like things have been happening and basically you've been on the strongest soldier list, and this year you finally come out of that, and it makes a lot of sense for a lot of the things that I've been through in the behind the scenes. I didn't know I was in that type of phase, a shadow phase I think it's called, but I'm grateful we come out of it because I get to be who I truly am. And it's New Year. My cousin called me the other day and she asked to go to the movies, and it's just like something that I haven't had, I feel like, in the last decade of my life. I like haven't had like the family member who just get up, like she had her nephew and she's like, grab Diamond and let's go to the movies. Now some other things were going on, so we didn't get to make it out. But that's just as simple as what I've been wanting when I've been saying like I want community. I just want to go hang out with my cousins. I just want to have somebody call on me and check on me and also be there for others, not just selfishly for myself, but to be somebody. I've been saying, like, who's having a kid? Like, I want to be a godmom, to have that responsibility of, like, you know, a new human life, but you could give them back. Like, I will do all of the things, all of the babysitting, all of the showing up, all of the extra pickups and drop-offs, all of the make sure mommy's good, all of the things. But I got sidetracked. I think I was asking you guys what are your resolutions. For me, I have 50 pounds to lose. I know that sounds so crazy. Like, who would have ever thought I would let myself get here? But we're here. So I was looking at the scale and I've made a decision. We are going to lose 50 pounds. Now, we may get some help and some assistance. We're definitely going to need the village to come in and keep me encouraged. but we are going to lose 50 pounds, making sure we're staying on top of it when it comes to our health, stress management, regulating that nervous system, touching grass on a daily basis, going out for walks and getting the steps in, getting a regimen or routine when it comes to weight lifting, because I think that was a great way for me to lose weight. The first time I lost weight, before I even had kids, before I even met my husband. So I want to try that. Being a lot more outdoorsy. I want to travel. I mean, all the cliche things you can think of is what I'm probably going to say my goals are, because it's just the truth. I want to lose my weight. I want to, we are moving. So I'm manifesting the perfect home where we have enough space and I can make it, we can make it into, you know, a nice little cozy home. My kids are into sports, and so I really want to see them go further and accomplish even more goals within the sports world with dance and basketball for my son. Little random goal, you guys know we won that little computer piece. I forget what it was called, but we won that computer piece at the NYE event, the motherboard. So I would love to build a computer with my son for his new room, a gaming computer. I have a sewing machine in my cart and it's so cute. I'm just deciding if I want the mini or the full size. I want both because they're so cute. It's like they're black, so very much my aesthetic, my vibe. So I think I want to get the mini one and just like every day watch a tutorial and teach myself how to thread it, how to use it, eventually how to hem clothes, how to like make little things, like, you know, you start with a little pillowcase and a tote bag. I've also thought about taking classes, like when the girls are at the dance studio, finding a local place that I can like bring my computer or bring my sewing machine in and learn. My dad lives near their studio now, so spending more time with him specifically, because that's my dad. And I love my dad. So finding activities and things for me to do, daddy-daughter things, just to heal a lot of what keeps me up at night. You know, life planning with my dad. Since I'm his only child, he'll make 59 in the new year. And so I want to like throw him a 60th birthday party and celebrate him. Then I also, I forgot to use this, so we're gonna use this tomorrow. I'm gonna put this right here so I don't forget. But I do want to throw him a 60th birthday party. This 2026, he's a Pisces. So 2026, he will be, I'm a Virgo. So Pisces and Virgo, do we get along? I don't know, it's my dad. But anyways, I do want to throw him a 60th birthday party next year. I want to plan like 4th of July, Christmas, his birthday, Father's Day, to integrate us better than we have in the past. So that is going to be super exciting. Yeah, again, because it's like I want my dad a part of everything that I do in this coming year and moving forward. But also like my mom's side, they've never really been blended. They've never been not blended, but because I want to be around like my cousins and stuff and my aunts and stuff, but then I also want to be around my dad. It's almost like blending. And then also my husband's side. Traveling, I know Chloe 5050 did the whole like glow try. I think she changed her name on social media and I like that name. It gave so boss, like 5050. I really like that name for her. Like, not to take it for myself, but I just thought that was a really cool branding technique. But I think she's already surpassed her 5050, so she took that, or she changed her name, which is also cool. But I feel like I would have kept that name. It's so boss. So yeah, I want to travel. So I have the idea of doing the same thing, the 50-50 globetrot in 50 states, 50. I got a couple places to go for YouTube events. They are curating some different type of events, and they've already sent me this one for January that I've already RSVP'd to, and then they sent me to save the date for I think 2 or 3 more. So I think it will require me to go to 3 or 4 different states, 2 or 3 different states. And it'll be cool if they do the summer house again, and I would love to be invited back to New York. So this time I can do it to stay for a week or so and bring my family. My husband wanted to do something out of town for our vacation, or for our anniversary, which is in January. That would be super fun to do as well. So yeah, lots of travel. I think my husband has a cruise with his side of the family that is supposed to be towards the summer. So that'll be interesting. But yeah, like more museums, more beach, more hikes, more everything in 2026. I don't have a set guideline or a bucket list. I just again want to heal my nervous system. I just want that to be calm and at peace, and I want to, you know, spend every day in gratitude, but also doing the work for even more. That is how your money stretches, and that's how you send your money to the next. What the hell was that? I think it's fireworks, baby. Just stay down there, okay? I feel like my under eyes haven't been looking as smooth, like close up, as I wanted them to. So I think I'm going to start trying out under eye creams. Just because I think they look a little bit dry. This set didn't come with a blush brush. It came with just the bronzer, and this was for cream and liquid. Mom, you gotta get out the window, okay? Dominic, if something bad is happening and you're in the window, guess who's gonna get hurt? You can't be in the window, okay? This has been my favorite brush for the big dramatic pink. Okay, so I like what I see. I think I need to wipe down downstairs, and then I have a couple other sprays, but I like to use that to wipe my face down, and so I can take away all the powder, and then the one size is for making it stay. I got a bunch of these sachets. I think every event that I go to with YouTube, they always bless us with more and more. And I have to be honest, I haven't really gotten into it. Like usually when I do my makeup, I literally will just throw on a brown lip liner. And so this one here is Peel Off Lip Liner, but this is more of a berry color, I believe. This one here is Plumped 09. Ooh, that's so pretty. I feel like I never do color, but I completely want to step out of my comfort zone next year. I mean, with everything, every aspect of my life. I'm gonna let that set while I work on my eyes. I always set my face with the sprays before I go in for like lashes, because I have hooded eyes, and so my eyes naturally will have my liner and glue everywhere on my skin. Also, I have very watery eyes, so I never do liner. And I watched a tutorial the other day that just happened to pop up while I was doing my makeup on winged liner for hooded lenses and hooded lids, and it made so much sense. I did it and I liked it, but the end of the day came and I went upstairs to go wash my face. And the way that black was smeared all over reminded me why I never do liner, black liner on my lid or my waterline, because I just look childish at the end of the day when I do. Hi, Poo Poo. You like my lip liner? No. Oh! What should I do differently?
Is it like those pilly things?
Oh, you know. How you know about that? The boys are home. We were literally completely out of water. These are two more sachet things that I had received. This one here says Get Ready, and it's a rouge red. So I'm going to try this one on the girls on a competition day. I'm even going to try red lip on myself. I think this one would be perfect for lining their lip. If it's the right red, it might be a little bit too bright because we are chocolatey over here. It's more of an orangey red, so then it might be too rouge, or like too bright, too orangey. But this, in theory, in the right color, would look good. It helped me to keep their looks on when they have events. Even if I put it like all over and let the whole lip stain, would be cute. I wore this one yesterday from Venti. This was received in that same YouTube swag. Venti always hooks us up, and this is the traced out lip liner, and this is more of Bordeaux. And this one here is just a beautiful brown, but it kind of does have that plummy wine undertone. but it's not too reddish, if that makes any sense. And this here is what I have on right now. Let's see if it dried. It dried, so I'm gonna peel off, and you see this is the color. It's not smooth, but this is the color that's on my lips. So that would work as a great stain to be on the lip all day. So I'm gonna try to stain my wrist with the red one and see if it's too bright for the girls. How is it out there, babe?
Busy.
It's pouring and it's busy. Oh yeah, that's on my curl. Oh yeah, super pretty. Oh yeah, it's like a red wine. It is rouge. It's dark red. So I think this one would be pretty as like a. They do not Russian red. What is it? Ruby Woo from MAC is like the team suggested color for when they have dance performances and stuff. And so this will work as a good red liner because, you know, it'll last. So we're gonna try that tomorrow. But yeah.
So yeah, we just did our makeup and then, oh, let's peel this off our lips. We had something on our lip to enhance the lip filling.
And what did it do? It lined the lip?
Oh, it lined up the lips. Now I have on perfect lip gloss. And then when I smush it in, it messes it up. So what was the point of putting that on there?
No, it's still there, but you gotta blend it. Blending is key. You don't want to be able to see the lines.
You know, this is $300, right?
Okay, my family's home, so.
Exactly.
Okay, so my family's home. I'm gonna go ahead and do my lashes off camera. Hi, I needed that. Thank you, buddy. And I will see you guys in a minute. The video that I'm about to do is a shorter, like curly highlight bob. So you guys might not see that on camera because that's not my vibe of what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like, you see this?
Let's get some pizza.
This is the hairstyle I'm feeling for today. So I'm gonna run and try to do a quick one too, including my lashes, so I can give a boom. Also, I received this. I'm just a girl. I like playing in makeup and stuff. Like, I actually enjoy this type of stuff. And it's more of a highlighter, but I don't know how to use stuff like this. Yeah, this is from the Advent calendar. The 12-day Advent calendar from Revolve. And she gave it to me because we don't want to make a mess. But you see how that highlights like that? What if I put that on the tip of my nose? I could have put a little bit more. Oh, I like that. I feel like I need a little bit more brown, like a little bit more bronzer. I guess we're making cake pops tonight instead of banana pudding.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and clean up my mess, do my lashes, and then I'll help her make cake pops, do my video. You think the post office closed early? Let me figure it out. Okay, gotta put y'all on y'all stand. My Cafe Bustelo. This is the hair look. I actually really like it. I'm gonna go back maybe later tonight after I cook and show the viewers how to wear it styled. I literally just combed it out and did like a big blown out look. And it looked really cute, but it's been a minute, so I'm gonna go in and tame it with some like mousse or some curl cream. But now it is time to make some gumbo. So that means I'm gonna put my hair up. Lately I've been trying to get more into like making sure my hair is put away when I cook, or at least out of my face. But of course, I look crazy. I'm about to light a candle. Got this for Christmas. It's actually the Threshold brand, and this is Frosted Amber Sunrise. It actually smells really good. I think the difference between a lot of the Target candles versus like Bath and Body Works is they are a lot more like clean for the house, not too extreme. So I'm gonna set the mood with that. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and put the chicken. I'm gonna clean it really quickly and put the chicken in a pot so it can start boiling. And then we're gonna clean the kitchen first because y'all know how it is when you got kids and stuff. It's literally stuff everywhere in the kitchen. So I wanna clean everything down, wipe down all my surfaces. And then I'm gonna go ahead and cut up my Holy Trinity. My onions are over there. And some fresh garlic. And then after I cut the garlic, it should be time for the chicken to come out so I can shred that up. Then we'll do the roux, cut up the sausage, cook those down, and get everything in the pot. So it is 8 o'clock. It is very late to start gumbo. The great thing about my gumbo is because I kind of cook majority of the things before we put it all in the pot. it doesn't need all day to cook like if you put everything in there. So yeah, let me go ahead and get started on this, and I'll update you guys as soon as we make some progress. Thank you, boo. We got chicken starting to boil, sausage cooking. Okay, we're back. Okay, Luvbugs, it's 9:40 on the clock. I don't know if you guys can see way over there, but just getting started with my roux. So we're gonna be eating at like 11 midnight, but it's okay because my husband and I did our vision board for 2026. So something I do is my roux is, this is 2 cups of oil, vegetable oil, and 2 cups of flour, gradually adding in. What I do is I allow my oil to get warm or hot, and then I cut the fire off while I gradually add in the flour, just to kind of like give myself an opportunity to gradually add it in, whisk it in, and make sure everything is nice and smooth before we begin the process. I find that if the fire is too high, even a little bit, or even just on, sometimes you will find that your roux, I mean literally, you will do everything right and you'll still mess up and find like clumps and things. And so when I cut the fire off during the process of gradually adding in the flour, that's how I get a flawless result. So now I just whisk for the next probably 20 minutes until I get the nice color that I like. Now, if I was back in Louisiana where my grandparents are, we were going to take this all the way dark, but we are in California. And California is a different type of state. So my husband personally prefers, when I make the roux, a caramel color. I'll put a link to my video where I made a vegetable one. I also made a gumbo, the way I'm making it tonight, tutorial on here. It reached 1 million views and a million plus views and all of the things. And then I had a copyright strike like 5-6 years later, and they took it down and didn't give me opportunity to like dispute it, take the music out, whatever the case may be. They just took it off. So I'm gonna remake the video, but I haven't made gumbo, I don't think, all year long. And if you've been following me for years, and you know that like once I learned how to make roux when Diamond was a baby, my husband had me making it like 15 times a year. Like I would literally make it like 2-3 times a month because he loved it so much. And so this is probably the least I've made it in the last few years, but we are bringing in the new year with it. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to do and baby my roux. Also, doesn't look appetizing. I never know how to make this look appetizing. I mean, I know you have to trim the fat, but this is a couple of chicken breasts that I boiled. They're actually it's actually time for them to come out, so I'm about to take them out right now. And I just have them in a little bit of, I think I put just a little bit of oil in there, a little bit of salt, and then I used this here, and then I used this here. I didn't have any bouillon. I don't know how we ran out of bouillon, but we don't have any bouillon. But perfectly, I had a little bit of better than bouillon left from Thanksgiving. So I just added a dollop of that in there just to really give the chicken a good flavor, because a lot of times your chicken is bland until it gets in the pot. I already did my Holy Trinity plus garlic. I didn't add any parsley in here. I forgot, so I'm going to just add the parsley to the pot because I'm not using fresh anyways. And then I already did the sausage. This is kielbasa, andouille, and smoked. I think the kielbasa is maybe something that's not turkey, but I know the smoked turkey sausage is turkey. The andouille is turkey, but the kielbasa again might be pork or beef. So it's literally 4 packs of sausage cut up, and again I already cut it and cooked it because personally I like mine to be almost a little bit burnt when I eat it. And then this is gonna go in with the roux perfectly. And again, I have this bowl here ready. I'm talking to y'all like I can't talk to y'all. I look crazy, but I am still stirring the roux through everything that I say. So I'm gonna try. You wanna try the sausage? Yeah. You can try it. I think it's cooled down. Keep in mind, my hand is still moving with this roux. Like sausage or no? It's good? Okay, so now I'm gonna try and multitask. My hand is moving the roux. I got this bonnet on because God forbid somebody finds a hair in their food. It's so easy for that to happen. So I just, at this point, unless I'm filming a dedicated hair tutorial, I'm gonna just wear a bonnet when I cook. My hand is still moving the roux. I literally cleaned my stove right before I started cooking because it still has some of the ick left over from Thanksgiving. It wasn't bad, but it needed just a deep cleaning, and so I kind of had the ick, which kind of set us back because in my mind I needed to you know, it was like flour. My son made funnel cake this morning, or not funnel cake. Get your brother's churros right there. I'm still mixing the roux. Let me turn off the chicken.
Churros.
So Diamond made churros this morning, so there was like powdered sugar, powdered whatever all over, flour all over the counters. Plus, you know, the kids just be kids, and so yeah, I'm gonna let this cool. When the husband asks for if you need help shredding the chicken, I probably would have did this by hand. I guess this was a better solution. Still going on the roux. We're not even halfway done. Can y'all believe I created this kid? Like, I created a whole human. Is that weird? Just keep swimming. This is oil. Oil pot.
Oil and what?
Flour. The slaves.
Okay, pause.
The slaves obviously ate different than their masters, right? So their masters would give them scraps. And as black people, we provide. We survive, right? So we took the scraps and we made it the best, one of the best meals. You see? So they was in the house eating the chicken breast, and they gave us the scraps. We took that, we took the meat, all the meat scraps, all the vegetable scraps, and we made gumbo.
From oil and, they gave us oil and flour?
Oil and flour is the roux. This is the base that makes it thick. This is what makes it delicious. This is what makes it feel hearty. Right now it doesn't taste like anything. You gotta put it in a pot with everything to make it taste good. But the thing about roux is so fragile. Once you put it together, you know how it's gonna clump up. Once it clumps up, you gotta throw it out and start over. Which is why I'm gonna stand here until it's done.
I didn't know it was done.
When it gets to the color you want it to. So right now, it's a little lighter than Daddy's skin color. Probably the color of your feet.
Man, why you keep talking about my feet?
We're gonna make it like a caramel color. You think of caramel candy? That's the color I'm gonna make it. If you go to the South where your grandparents live, they like it like damn near black, like mop water. That's how when you go to New Orleans and Louisiana, they like it dark. They also add more vegetables like okra.
I think it's okra.
Some people add potatoes.
Put it on. Cause they gave us all flour chicken.
I mean, not literally, but what I'm saying is, like, we weren't as slaves. We weren't able to go to the market and just grab food. They give us what they want us to give, and as black people, we learn how to turn shit.
Wait, so they were forced.
Proof of life. I'm still sitting here with my roux. My gimbal probably won't show you. Stop playing with me, Diamond. You're not talking.
You ready, baby? Let's go. What?
We're not the same height.
Let me see.
That got me looking crazy on this camera. Now that looks worse.
Let's go.
Let me go back to my old wig.
Let's see. Yeah! That's what I'm talking about.
Girl, gone. You got 5 years to go. Have a blessed day. Y'all, I'm still stirring this roux. I'm gonna put this bonnet back on because you see how this hair is. This definitely will be the hair that gets into somebody's food. She just called me baby boo. Diamond, what's your New Year's resolution? Tell the camera. Okay, so in 2020, whoo, I'm almost so close to the camera. In 2026, you'll be 11 years old. You're going to the 6th grade.
Yes.
Which, in some schools, 6th grade is middle school. In some grades, that means you're the graduating class. Leave that alone, Cody. The graduating, or like the seniors of your elementary school. How do you feel about
you graduated elementary school?
And going to 6th grade this year.
So graduated as soon as
yeah, so this will be the year you have a graduation this year.
What?
So this year, I mean, not this year, but you'll start 6th grade, and in 6th grade you are going to graduate, but that's not until technically 2027 that you actually have a graduation.
I don't know. You're going to be too old. You're going to be a teenager.
Do you have any goals?
I'm going to be a teenager. I still got 2 more years when I'm a teenager now. I love it.
Is it time to have the puberty talk?
No, huh? That's double days.
It's time to have the puberty talk?
I'm ready.
What you ready for? What the fuck? And so, I've never had eczema in my life. Diamond and Dominic don't have eczema currently. but Dakota gets eczema every winter. So my husband has recommended this because her and him are going through their eczema flares for the winter right now.
Yeah. Is it my life? Ashley Bedeck in the spotlight. Sun up, hair tied, moving on a mission. Kids yelling mom every 5 minutes. Coffee in hand, but the cup's half missing. Still making magic like a mom.
Okay, love bugs, excuse my boobs. I was uploading a video the other day. I have these Skims bralettes and I have like 8 of them. I was obsessed with them during the pandemic when the girls were a little bit smaller, and I still love them. But these are like my house bras because they have no wire. They're like bralettes, but they are, the Skims ones are, I wish I could show you guys, but the Skims ones are full coverage enough. You guys know, you buy a bralette from most stores if you got a heavier chest. They don't do nothing for you, but these kind of keep them up, keep them lifted, keep them good. I'm just a little bit thicker at the moment, so excuse that. But I like these around the house because don't nobody got time to be wearing a real life wired bra around the house. Sometimes I actually end up wearing them, you know, out the house as well because, again, 90% of my day I'm at the crib. So I'm going to take this big pot. I don't think I'm going to necessarily need the big pot, but I'm going to transfer the roux. And then these little spatula things. These spatula things are like my favorite thing to use for like eggs and obviously like wiping stuff down, baking. I feel like I use these spatulas more than I use like actual utensils. Get this going, but I'm gonna put it on low. I wish you could see me and the pot, but I guess we can't have it all, right? So this is what the pot looks like. Woo. We're at the bottom. We're gonna hurry up. Keep in mind, this is the Holy Trinity plus garlic. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it on a low and let those things meet and greet. Hello. Hi, bell pepper. Hi, 2 bell peppers. Hi, celery. Hi, onion. Hi, garlic.
Tippy toes, I'm taller.
You let those 2 things meet. So we're gonna go onion powder. Keep that fire on low. I said low, but it was on a medium. Garlic powder. Cajun. This is a southern dish. So imagine not using a little Tony's. That's crazy, right? To put a good amount of parsley. So instead of like using the sifter thing, I'm just going to open it up. Smoked paprika, I just think as an African American, we just use this, right? Okay, I just sacrificed some of the Christmas footage to show you guys. I did the roux, I added the Holy Trinity plus the garlic in here, and then I mixed. Then I added all of that sausage and we mixed. We got it on low. We're just letting everything meet and combine. We also added a shit ton of seasonings. So now I do have chicken broth here left over from making the chicken, and in theory you'd use that, but we're California people who get grossed out very easily, and I feel like when I use that it just has a unique taste that I don't want to do today. Now depending on how you like yours, you will end up using anywhere between 1 to 4, let me not say that, 2 to 4 chicken broth. So I would recommend low sodium chicken broth from your local store. If you're adding lots of chicken, lots of crab, do what you do. I'm gonna add 2 to start because my husband does like it a little bit more soupy. As you kind of get the theme, we kind of like have tailored the recipe that I make based on the trial and error of getting it how my husband likes it, if that makes any sense. So I'm gonna turn it up to medium so we can kind of get it going, because at this point it's 10:40 in the evening. We have not eaten. So Gonna get this going.
Man, that pizza cutter be horrible.
Yeah, they don't care about that. So we're giving you a cheap pizza. Cut it at home.
Oops. I mean, it is good pizza though. You can't even lie. Yeah.
I kind of like to let it come to a boil first, and then I add the chicken. My husband did me a solid and shredded it. Something additional I usually like is the lump crab meat. You know how like Chicken of the Sea or a bunch of different brands, they'll have the crab meat that's like in the little container, but not the one that's in the canned goods aisle. The one that's at the seafood section. I like to add 2 of those in there, but my husband, again, we tailored the recipe to my husband's liking, so he doesn't like those because they will have a little bit of like shell in it no matter what brand you use. So you end up finding yourself kind of like peeling or picking out a little bit of shell, and he doesn't like that. So I don't use it, but in theory, I would add 2 of those, especially in lieu of like real crab, so the kids don't have to crack crab, because I like that seafood richness. The heat is up a little bit higher, so now at first it was looking a little bit watery, but that roux is kind of like taking to the broth. It's becoming a nice good texture. Again, I don't measure with this recipe, so if I'm honest, I don't know what or how much broth I need until I make it. If we would have had this for a holiday where we had guests over, I'd be more likely to like add more chicken. This was a huge pack of chicken. Okay, so yeah, so I just added all this chicken. Now I need some more broth. Let me show you guys. So you see how it was kind of like soupy, but I just added all that chicken in there, and now you can see that we definitely need at least 1 more broth. And keep in mind, I have about 3 to 4 pounds of shrimp to add. So by the time it's done, or all said and done, you end up needing like 4. I feel like majority of the time I use like 4 of the chicken broth. So I'm gonna add 1 more right now and let this marinate. And while we let this go, I'll go ahead and season and marinate the shrimp. And we'll drop that as well as the gumbo filet. Okay, shrimp already washed and peeled.
Ooh.